The Seven Seas Explorer.
Oh, wow. Oh, look at this, Michael.
A very warm welcome on board the most luxurious ship ever built.
It just reeks with luxury around here.
At £8,000 a night for the most expensive suite,
Oh,
Hop.
hop.
$150,000 bed. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
it offers elite travellers the most exclusive holiday at sea.
There is no no. You're never going to hear the word no.
Now they've allowed cameras on board.
It's a little bit of pressure right now for everything.
We go behind the scenes to reveal the secrets of this floating palace.
Guys, we are getting busy now. Get ready.
Where's the fish? Fish, fish.
What does it take to run a six-star hotel at sea?
You know, everything has to be perfect.
It's about pride and love.
But is it all plain sailing?
Oh my God.
Can staff cope with the pressure of providing perfection?
Okay, make it nice. Look how it look like. Let's go, the guests are waiting.
You've got the best hotel in the world, and it moves with you.
So come on board
Absolutely stunning.
as we discover if the cruise ship can live up to its reputation.
The pressure's on all the time. That's the biggest challenge.
The Seven Seas Explorer is the world's most expensive cruise ship. With its sumptuous suites, an all-inclusive holiday could cost you more than £60,000. An army of butlers is on standby to cater to your every need. And its 5 restaurants are ready to serve the finest dining at sea. Today, the Explorer is in Barcelona. Its 550 staff are getting ready to welcome over 700 new guests.
That's for you, I believe.
Oh, yes,
The
it
masks and
is.
stuff.
Thank you. Yeah, that's right. My Beatles masks.
The cruise director is John Barron.
That'd be great for Beatles night, though, right? I want to check myself out in the mirror. Oh.
Originally from Birmingham, he's been providing entertainment on cruise ships for over 20 years.
Hey, Jude.
But none as lavish as the Explorer.
We've got $6 million worth of art around the ship. Picasso's, Chagall's, $4 million worth of chandeliers everywhere. This beautiful 6,000 crystals in the main chandelier in our atrium area. The carpets are so plush and you could just sleep on them if you had too much to drink the night before.
With the previous guests having just left, there are only hours to prepare such luxurious surroundings for a new cruise, heading from Barcelona to Southampton. Under the most pressure is Chief Housekeeper Sunny.
We have to make 350 suites ready in a very short period of time. It's a race with time. That's why I'm wearing trousers and sneakers today.
But when you have guests that expect the best, what kind of suites will greet them?
Everything needs to be, lined up and straight and in a certain way that it's supposed to be.
While many cruise ships have over 2,000 cabins, the Elite Explorer has just 350 suites, but they all need to be perfect.
I love it. Embarkation is very exciting, yeah.
From the cheapest suites, costing over £700 a night,
It's a lot of things happening at the same time, but that's good. This is Grand Suite.
to the Grand Suite at almost £3,000 a night.
I love this particular suite because I love the leather wallings. If I was a guest, I would always stay in the Grand Suite. If I had the opportunity. Maybe one day, you never know.
But for those with very deep pockets, there's the Regent Suite. At £8,000 a night, it's the world's most expensive cruise ship suite.
I mean, it's the best. You'll never find it anywhere else at sea.
Measuring 4,400 square feet, it's almost 6 times bigger than the average British home.
It's the most luxurious address at sea.
Located on the top deck above the bridge, it's certainly got the best view on board. In charge of preparing it for the next guest is the ship's head butler, Raju.
Everything has to be perfect, immaculate, spick and span.
The suite includes a custom-made Steinway piano worth £400,000, which has specialist tunes before every cruise. There's the collection of crystal the cleaners might want to be careful with when dusting.
These are all Lilic and Murano. It's about 140,000, just right here on the shelf.
And there's also a Savoy bed worth £120,000. If that's not enough for you, how about a golden bathroom with its very own spa?
This has to be ready before the guest comes on board.
But can they get everything done in time for guests who demand the very best? Across the ship, staff are carefully polishing the brass, while below deck, there's been a delivery of thousands of pounds worth of fresh flowers. They need to be carefully sorted by the Explorer's very own flower arranger. But they're not put in any old vases. This arrangement is going in an £8,000 Lalique vase. But how do you restock a luxury cruise ship with over 200 tons of the finest supplies?
Can you show me how much more you have to load?
Facing that challenge is Food and Beverage Director Stefan.
Are we going to finish on time? No, we're selling early.
Stefan's team will load around 3,000 bottles of wine, 2,000 pounds of lobster, and 15 tons of fresh fruit.
We have an hour and a half maximum to finish the loading.
Ruslan looks busy there, doesn't he?
Yeah, Ruslan is running, and it's a good sign, you know, I like that. So there's a sense of emergency, and it's very important.
The Explorer will leave port at 5 p.m, whether they're finished or not. And when you're a luxury liner, being delayed is not an option.
We have to put as many resources as possible just to load. We never want to leave anything on the pier.
But it's not just about quantity.
Oh, banana, chef. Very nice.
Everything must be of the highest quality.
Super nice. Yeah, very nice.
Very good.
Right.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Right, ready to serve.
Very nice.
He's brought Executive Chef Michael with him to check the produce. But not all the bananas are ready to eat straight away.
It's a bit raw. It's half ripe.
They have to be prepared for every eventuality.
We are always ordering the bananas in 2 or 3 different stages. Ripe, half ripe and unripe. We're going on a 12-day cruise, so if all the bananas would be fully ripe from the start, then we wouldn't have enough. They would go bad, you know, halfway through the cruise. Luxury is luxury, all the way.
This is my favourite part of the ship, the Constellation Theatre. Spelt the American way. This is my first cruise back on board. I'm a little bit nervous.
Back on board, John is in the Art Deco-inspired theatre. Decked out with the finest wood panelling and handcrafted Venetian glass lamps on every table.
It is beautiful though. Have you seen it from here? It's such a great feeling to look out.
Seating over 700 people, it's the centre of John's entertainment programme and where he'll perform his own one-man show.
It's always nerve-wracking, every single cruise you do, you need the right audience, and if you get them in your palm, you've got them for the rest of the cruise.
You can just get into the whites of their eyes there.
So I used to work on the holiday camps back in 1997, and that was a great place to learn your trade. Sometimes you can throw that in, like in my show, for example, and the Americans love that.
All John needs are some guests. But there's still work to be done. Back in the £8,000 a night Regent Suite...
Good morning, Raju here.
Raju is waiting for an inspection.
Sure, thank you. Bye.
General Manager Michael has arrived with Sunny at the suite's opulent entrance.
To add to the wow factor, we have 2 Picassos just bookcasing the entrance. Hi, Raju, we have
Morning,
the flowers.
Thank you, thank you.
Here we go. Where do you want them? They're pretty tall, huh? Maybe on the table in the front?
Of course, the difference between a luxury hotel on land and one at sea is items need to be more secure.
You almost dropped it again.
Kate Raju?
Yes.
Very important. As soon as we sail tonight, I don't know if you have a ratchet strap, even a bungee strap, whatever, just make sure that that doesn't go down.
Absolutely.
Okay,
We'll
thank
do
you.
that.
It's time for Michael and Sunny to check the world's most expensive suite is up to scratch.
I'm just checking to make sure that there is no broken pages.
Will Raju get their seal of approval? Nothing is missed.
Follow up one more time, yeah, because of the fingerprints.
Everything has to be perfect.
2 neck pillows.
2 neck pillows.
Okay, so they have all that there, right?
Yes.
Okay. This suite is our showcase for the fleet, so we want to make sure it lives up to its reputation. This is for men. This is for ladies. We want to impress the lady of the house.
Absolutely.
So is this $8,000 a night suite ready?
Great job. The suite looks very good.
Thank you.
Up to standard. We'll do as proud. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Raju.
Thanks,
See you all
Raju.
later. Thank you. Bye-bye.
The ship is ready. In a matter of hours, it looks as good as new, with the finest champagne chilled and waiting. It's now time to welcome the guests.
The best thing for me, really, is when the guests walk on the ship on embarkation day and the first thing they see is that massive, grand chandelier.
When you're greeted with a glass of champagne and then you look straight up at that magnificent chandelier, you think, wow.
Their jaw just drops to the floor and they're like, okay, we're in serious luxury here.
When I walked in, it was wow, this is really beautiful.
As the ship leaves Barcelona heading for Southampton, for the guests, it should be a trip of a lifetime.
We're going to party this thing up. We're going to see if it lives up to his name.
For all the staff, this is when the hard work really begins. They know expectations are high, and the pressure is on them to deliver.
The start of a cruise is always, what are we going to get? Who are we going to get? How are they going to react? You just don't know what's coming up the gangway.
The world's most expensive cruise ship is making its way from Barcelona to the south of Spain. Behind the scenes, 550 staff are striving to make it the trip of a lifetime for 700 discerning guests. The pressure is on.
Service, good morning.
Luxury means anticipating your needs before you have to ask for them. It's like you've got the best hotel in the world and it moves with you.
Exactly. There is no no. You're never going to hear the word no. They're going to do everything that they can to make sure that they fulfill your request.
It's about working hard to be able to play hard.
Please read the programme though. We have skittles going on in the morning.
Cruise director John is in charge of the ship's entertainment.
And then myself, the captain and the general manager will be dashing around each deck.
To let the guests know what's going on, he's even got his own TV channel.
And we do have a very special pre-dinner cocktail party.
I love making sure that they know what's going on.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello, good day.
Which can be seen in all the luxurious suites.
We create that programme a month before the guests get on board the ship, but I kind of pretend that it's new to me, so I'm like, oh, look what's going on today.
Now this evening's dress code is elegant casual. We're kindly asking all of our guests...
It seems John is already making an impression on the guests.
Do you want an interview?
If you're just yourself, they feel like they know you.
This is great.
I might not have seen a guest for 4 days, and they'll come up to me and they'll say, I love watching your TV show.
And what's your name?
Courtney.
Courtney? Where are you from?
Virginia.
West or just normal Virginia?
Northern Virginia.
Northern Virginia.
Crazy Virginia.
I'm like, oh, it's the best rated channel on the Explorer.
Is it your first time with Regent? Or?
Second.
Second?
Yeah.
What did you do before?
best of the Mediterranean.
The best of the Mediterranean.
This might be the best also of the Mediterranean.
Yeah. I didn't like the worst of the Mediterranean
No, I did
cruise.
not
That was a
either.
terrible cruise,
It was
wasn't
horrible,
it?
so we had to come back for that.
But it was on another cruise line anyway, which we can't name for
And
legal
you were
reasons.
there.
I used to do this when I was 16, getting the bus to town, sit and talk to people and have a bit of a chat and have a laugh.
And are you on honeymoon?
Yes, my 23rd wedding
Your 23rd wedding anniversary. Oh, I love you, Courtney. Thank you for photo.
Thank you.
Oh, kiss me on both cheeks. I love it. But that means they feel at home, right? If they can just come and intrude on the TV show, it's great.
While John is looking after the entertainment, on the bridge, in charge of manoeuvring this £370 million ship,
0718, thrusters are ready.
is Italian captain Serena Milani. She's one of a handful of female cruise ship captains.
It's never boring to us. It's always something different.
Being Italian, she brings with her some traditional European superstitions, like having garlic hidden on the bridge to ward off, not vampires, but the evil eye, an ancient curse thought to bring bad luck.
Will not make you do anything better or worse, but I like, and so far it's working because I was very lucky.
No crashes just yet.
Hopefully she won't need any luck as the Explorer enters the busy port of Malaga, the birthplace of Picasso, an artist whose work adorns the walls of the ship. A local pilot is coming on board to help navigate.
308.
When you're at the helm of a ship as special as this, there's a lot at stake. With a side door opened, the pilot's boat will need to pull alongside the Explorer perfectly, allowing him to jump on board safely.
Even the easiest port can become challenging, or if you underestimate, if you are too confident in what are you doing.
Pilot boat approaching.
The pilot boat changes direction. It then needs to match the Explorer's speed. There's no room for error. One slip against the 55,000-ton cruise ship could be disastrous. He's on board safely. With the pilot's local knowledge,
676.
they'll try to avoid any nearby fishing boats
Okay, we are almost alongside.
and safely dock,
Miremos 20 metros, quizá el sprint quede bien ahí en el...
hopefully with all the expensive vases intact.
Okay, we are alongside, one and close.
The luxury ship has arrived in Malaga, allowing the well-heeled guests to taste the delights of southern Spain.
This one is a finger licker.
Because after you're done eating it, you'll want to lick your fingers again.
What they don't realize is the work that goes on while they're away. Behind the scenes,
Here we're going to go to the expensive item freezer, and I have to wear a jacket.
doing a stocktake of the luxury stores,
That's where I live.
is food and beverage director Stefan.
What we have here, we have the caviar, individual portions of caviar, large guards of caviar. We're talking, I don't know, $20,000, $30,000 of caviar. We have the lobsters, we have the foie gras. Foie gras, it's French.
Every voyage, the Explorer can get through up to 8 kilograms of caviar.
You don't run out of caviar, you don't run out of foie gras. It's just not going to happen.
At around minus 25 degrees, it's not somewhere to stay too long.
Fogs on the glasses and red nose and red ears. I keep it close to my face so they're gonna go quick.
While Stefan warms up, elsewhere in the hidden world below deck, Chief Housekeeper Sunny is in a laundry room like no other.
I come to see the laundry master to see if there's any issues, if everything is working properly.
Running 24 hours a day, a team of 12 have a mountain of luxury linen and bedding to clean. These huge washers get through 1.5 tons of washing every day.
In here we have dry cleaning machines that are used for special garments.
Sunny needs to check it's all running smoothly. They don't want to ruin any of the guests' designer clothes.
How is the guest laundry coming along? Do you have any problems, any stains that you cannot remove, or any buttons that was damaged? Everything is good?
For many of the ship's top-tier passengers, this is a complimentary service.
We always follow the guest instruction. They would like to have starch, no starch, folded or on a hanger.
Even their smalls get the 5-star treatment.
So we are folding and wrapping all the items that goes back to the suites. Even if it's just a pair of socks, then we wrap it in a white paper with the Regent logo. Everything that goes to the suite in the box, you're getting your clean laundry back in a nice little present.
It's time for the Explorer to set sail for Cadiz. The ship is gearing up for a busy evening. In the main restaurant, the tables are prepared with the specially designed Versace place settings. With over 100 grand's worth of these plates, they'll be hoping the sea stays calm.
Have you been on before?
No, not on this one.
While along each deck, champagne is being poured for a special Regent cruise ship tradition, known as the block party.
It goes back to the old block parties, I think in America, where the residents chatted outside their doors.
Hello. Hello.
We thought, wouldn't that be fun to get our guests who have paid thousands to meet their neighbours?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Getting ready for this exclusive gathering is John's photo bomber Courtney and her husband Robert.
I love photobombing though. Yeah, we photobombed before photobombing was even a thing.
Oh, we did?
We're having a good time on the Explorer.
In their £1,300 a night suite, they've got a chance to watch Courtney's cameo.
She's very outrageous. She's very crazy at times.
I didn't like the worst of the Mediterranean cruise.
Courtney's going to get another chance to see John. It's time for the rush around the ship.
Love the block party. This is my favorite time.
After you, Captain. Now we're going to run.
John will join the captain and general manager as they go past more than 350 suites on 7 decks. Meeting whoever's waiting for them.
Otherwise you don't get any. Cheers. Cheers. This way.
That's if John doesn't get lost.
Down here, Captain. Oh, they down there? They left already? Oh,
Where are you going? Get back here.
I feel like Mr. Bean.
Our captain's right behind.
John pulls out all the stops to keep everyone happy.
Every deck, I'm always like, this is the best looking deck.
This is our favourite deck.
Or, this is the most fun crowd. And they're like, you said that upstairs, I'll bet. I'm like, no, I didn't.
This is a good deck, honestly.
It's fun. Oh, here we go.
Keep bumping into you.
No, what is that all
Well, you know. But the main lady of the ship here. Abigail. You can finish the bottle.
Hustle, hustle.
Well, hopefully that brief encounter was worth it.
Good block party. How are you?
Love it. Love it.
Cheers.
It's one mad dash charm offensive.
Oh, what a great way to finish. Look at you gals.
And then we're done.
Tired?
Little,
Keep it up with you guys.
yeah, I'm a little...
Gotta go to the gym.
I've got to change my suit, I think.
As the evening draws to a close, the Explorer continues its journey to the port of Cadiz. Despite the success of the block party, for John, the key event of the cruise is still to come.
I always gauge how the guests are going to be on the reaction at the end of my show. This could be the cruise that they all hate me.
Will John hold his nerve for his big performance in the luxurious surroundings of the Constellation Theatre? The world's most expensive cruise ship has arrived in the Spanish port of Cadiz. Home of the Spanish Navy, it's considered to be the oldest inhabited city in Europe. On board, the 700-plus well-heeled guests are getting into the swing of things.
We've met some great people. We've got some great neighbors. Of course, we never see them. They're in their room all the time.
It's nice to take your best clothes on holiday and give it your best shot.
We're kind of boisterous. We like to get out there and make friends and kind of get silly.
Since years, we carry a small communication system with us. It is always in my pocket, but only when we're underway. And when you put this kind of communication system on your nose and you smile, everybody will use a smile back.
From pizza by the pool to French fine dining, there's not much you can't eat on the Explorer. But on a luxury ship, guests expect the freshest ingredients.
I think it's this way.
So today, food and beverage director Stefan
Quite excited to go with the chef here.
is going with executive chef Michael to the local market to get the finest fish money can buy.
This is what you get. Sea bass, sea bream, sardines. I will buy some sardines, we'll serve it as a tapas.
The chef has just a couple of hours to buy fresh fish to serve the guests.
Put your finger in there. So if it dries up, you know, it's very fresh.
But at the best possible price.
I'm a chef, but I'm also a little not businessman, but I need to negotiate. So I buy at about 40 kilos.
There may be a problem though when it comes to bargaining.
Hello sir, how are you?
That's a good start, they don't speak English.
This is a little challenge sometimes we have.
4 0. I've learned Spanish at school, but I don't remember any of it.
The other challenge facing our dynamic duo is quantity.
Do you have a large amount? 30, 40 kilos? No.
Is there a chance Stefan and Michael won't get what they need?
You don't have 40 kilos? 40 kilos.
Will the guests miss out on local fresh fish tonight?
I'm a little bit disappointed because I thought it's going to be cheaper.
Back on board, while some guests relax,
Break a leg, guys. Thanks for
in the theatre, John's doing the sound check for the one-man show he'll perform tonight. With his own unique warm-up routine.
I do the alphabet with my tongue as well. Right. I'm just hoping I don't burst out my suit. I haven't worn it for 2 months.
Usually working a 4 months on and 2 months off schedule, returning to the stage after his time off is nerve-wracking.
It's the first show after a long time, so I'm like, let's hope we get an audience. Honestly, this is honest. I feel like,
At least John has some lucky charms he hopes will help him.
these are my cufflinks for the show, and my wife bought them for me. They're my kids' names, Luke and Benjamin. I have a routine, and if I forget the cufflinks in my cabin, I have to run up, even if it's a minute before the show. I never do my show without Luke and Benjamin on my arms.
Will John's nerves get the better of him?
Grande like this.
Back at the market, and Chef Michael is running out of time to buy some fresh fish to keep the exacting guests happy.
4.5 euro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's made his first deal.
Okay, good deal. I think we got our first catch.
Okay, good one.
40 kilos of fresh sea bream for 280 euros.
7 euro.
I'll take all of them for 650. Okay. Okay, let's go. You see, we need to negotiate.
Good, you're a great negotiator.
He's now on a roll.
Chef is going mad. He's buying more and more.
Okay, good, good. I'll take 30 kilo.
Snapping up sardines, hake and more bream for another 250 euros.
Thank you. Gracias. Thank you.
He's unstoppable now.
And he's now looking to buy a whole tuna.
I prefer buying whole fish. Even the tuna, you know, when it's fillet like this, you don't know how fresh it is.
That's a huge fish.
But how much will it cost?
When we're here, it's the excitement is that, you know, this is so much we would like to have, but I've got to see how much I have in my wallet.
What did you pay now? 112?
Oh, like tuna, dude. Yeah.
No, I know.
He's got the tuna for 275 euros.
I think we had a good deal today. Very good deal. So we are done with the fish.
Not satisfied with over 100 kilos of fresh fish,
Let's have a look now.
what else is there for them to try?
You like blood sausage? Boudin noir.
Oh, boudin noir. British people love it.
How about some blood sausage, a kind of Spanish black pudding?
Raw like this?
Oh, see.
I don't need.
Try, it's good. Try.
It's raw, chef.
It's not raw. It's good when it's Spencer, but you can also eat it, you know?
It's not for me. No good. No, I mean, no good, but I don't like it.
It looks like they won't be buying the blood sausage.
If you say no good, no good.
While guests are returning from a day out in Cadiz,
as you can see, beautiful.
And Chef Michael gets his luxury goods back on board, the world's most expensive ship is gearing up for the evening's entertainment.
Oh, God. What time is it now?
Backstage, it's not long until John's show.
Take some of this Japanese throat crystals. It probably doesn't even do it. I think I'm good, but...
And he's feeling the nerves.
I'm bricking. Between now and 10:30 will be like a blur, but I like living on the edge. I always have. So just putting my Velcro moustache together here, as you do.
For 2 decades, John has been performing on ships, but it could so easily have been a different stage.
21 years ago, my agent at the time got me 2 auditions. One was for a cruise ship and the other one was for Les Miserables. I didn't get the part in Les Miserables, but I got the cruise ship job and I didn't really look back, to be honest with you. Met my wife at sea. Now we've got 2 kids and we would have been skint if I'd have worked in the West End. All that rent. London's expensive.
As long as John's got his cufflinks, he'll be fine.
Where the hell did I put them? Oh shit, I lost my cufflinks. Maybe I put them on the table out there. That would really suck if I actually lost the cufflinks, wouldn't it? I must have put them out there. I'm gonna go check. It'll be like disaster. They've gone. I have lost them, you know.
It's time to leave the south of Spain and continue around the Iberian Peninsula. With over 700 guests on board, needing to be entertained. In the theatre, final preparations are being made before John's show. But he's lost his lucky cufflinks.
I have lost them, you know. Oh man, that's not good. I don't need any more anxiety in my life, to be honest with you. And I've lost the moustache now. No, there's a moustache. Ah, there they are. Thank God for that. Look at that. Under the wig. Whew, I had a heart attack there. And I'm not even superstitious. I think it's bad luck to be superstitious. Do you get it? I don't tell that joke in the show. That would be the B material. Just got a text. I bet you,
Even now, reminders of home come in.
Oh no, someone's at my front door. Look at that.
Isn't the internet amazing? It's like 8 o'clock at night at home, so I wonder who's coming round to the missus. I'll have to text her and say who's at the door. Yeah, she's replying. I bet, what day is it? Friday or Saturday? I bet she'll say Chinese. Chinese.
But thoughts of home can be painful.
As much as I love my job, when you think about your kids and stuff, you know, like going to school and even texting you from bed. Like Benjamin takes his iPad to bed for an hour and he texts me during the show all the time. It's like, you sometimes think, why am I doing this? And then you realise that this job pays for them to have a better life. So it's really, you get homesick. I am homesick every day, every single day. But then that's why I keep busy. Thank God the drink is free here. I only drink Cosmos because that's my wife's favourite. I always take a picture of my Cosmo and I send it to her. I go, having a good night? Your cup of tea in Emmerdale?
Before John's show, there are hundreds of people to wine and dine. Spread across the ship, 5 restaurants serve everything from stir-fry to scallops, kebabs to duck foie gras terrine.
Pick up 2 lobster, 1 fish, beurre blanc for 2, please. Brussels sprouts for 2.
With 88 cooks in 4 galleys over multiple decks, it's quite an operation, especially when expectations are so high.
What's one of the most famous aspects of a cruise? Eating. The food. It's everywhere.
I'm a lobster lover, and I'm able to have lobster no matter what, wherever I am in the ship.
I think I've eaten my weight in shrimp because the shrimp is fantastic.
That's the only reason I cruise. I mean, the tours don't mean nothing to me, okay? They absolutely mean nothing.
I said, oh my gosh, why don't we order room service? Because we can, because it's 24/7. And I think I ordered 3 other dishes.
In the main galley, Chef Michael has the fresh tuna he bought in the market.
Wow, look what I've got here. Super fresh, so I'm excited.
But for any chef on a cruise ship,
I want to marinate the tuna, yeah?
There's one major challenge.
So while you're doing the tuna, let me do a little bit of the potatoes, yeah?
With no open flames allowed, all the cooking is done by electric rather than gas.
So look at this, beautiful.
And as this is the finest cuisine, attention to detail is everything. So can he still make a dish worthy of a high-end restaurant?
So now we are ready to plate. Look at this. So this is what we call, we eat with our eyes, right? Fried leek. And voila! Good job.
This is in fact just one of 360 dishes available for dinner this evening. As another busy service begins, behind the scenes, dozens of cooks are hard at work. For Chef Michael, a huge part of his job is making sure standards are kept at all times.
Fish is too small. I'm gonna call a butcher. Okay, Romualdo, the size of the fish in Pacific Rim, they're very small, huh?
He has to be demanding.
Okay, please, let's come and change it immediately, yeah? Make sure the green beans is green. This one is not green. Tell him to make a new one. To speed up a little bit. Yeah.
But what about his tuna dish? Are the team preparing it correctly?
This is something that they don't do normally every day. So, of course, they need to be shown how to plate the dish to make sure that it looks immaculate, clean, and the fish, more important, the fish is not overcooked.
Chef wants it exactly as he made it.
I need to have a look inside. I need to go and plate. Okay, make it nice, eh? Nice. Look how it look like. Let's go, the guests are waiting. Yeah, we are busy doing the finishing touch, as you can see.
But the all-important test will come from the guests. From the market in Cadiz to the table.
Ah, there it is.
What's the verdict?
Nice presentation. Yeah, it wouldn't go very well.
almost like steak.
Very tasty. That's the important thing. It's tasty.
It's time for John's big moment. The guests are filling the theatre and enjoying a cocktail or two. But will they enjoy the show?
Leading up to my show, I'm never sure what the guests are going to be like. It is, for me, the turning point.
For John, it's showtime.
Hello! What a day this has been. What a rare mood I'm in. Why, it's almost like being in love. Hello, everyone!
And you get up there, just like when I was a kid growing up in Birmingham, Christmas Day, who's going to sing next kind of thing.
Almost like being in love. Hello. Good evening, all the rich people.
It's almost like, this is my party, have some food, have a drink, I'll do a few numbers for you, tell a few jokes.
I thought innuendo was an Italian suppository. The only real cure for seasickness, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, is ginger.
Yep.
And she's in suite 601 this cruise, so...
And it's almost like that on a massively more grand scale. That's not even English. I'm just grateful I can do it still, you know, I'm allowed. They allow me to do it. I've never felt luckier than where I am right now because I just get to be myself. For me, I just come on the ship as John and get on with the guests like that. And I sometimes forget that I'm actually an employee, and it's just really a laugh.
With a standing ovation, how does John feel now?
Buzzing. Oh, man. Oh, I'm delighted. Woo! Over the moon. They were great, weren't they? Oh, man. Whew. It's like back to work. What shall I do now? Back to the office, I suppose.
Next time, while the passengers sleep, we reveal the secret life of the world's most expensive cruise ship.
Be careful, very easy to break.